Welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, FIFA 21 edition, starring your host, One Star Weak Foot, and our review specialist, One Star Weak Foot. Bow! Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good top of the day to you. Whatever time of the day it is, you are now watching the One Star Weak Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews. I'm going to be your host today, One Star Weak Foot, and as always, the support you guys have been giving me has been absolutely nuts. It's been insane. I really appreciate y'all for watching this video. So, as you guys know, today EA dropped Europa League Road to the Finals, and initially I wasn't too hyped about it, but then I started seeing the loading screens, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys at home were guessing, like, who's going to be the striker? Who's going to be the CM? And of course, you know, they dropped the Renato Sanchez. They had to drop the Renato Sanchez, and I was gonna review the Renato Sanchez, and then I realized that goddamn card is selling for 1.2 million, and I had to pass on it. But today there were two other cards that caught my eye, and the first one is gonna be a SBC card, Atal. If you ever played FIFA 20, if you even played FIFA 19, you already know that this guy was overpowered as all hell at the end of the game. The 5-star weak foot, the well-rounded stats, he presents as a cheap man's Hullet. I think, from what I've heard, Nice is third in the group, and they have about a 21% chance at advancing. So I'm not sure if he really will get an upgrade, but I think one or two more upgrades on that card, and we could be looking at an end game card. The next card that really caught my eye is, I think, a card a lot of people are sleeping on, Wilfred Ndidi. So guys, let us look at the cards. But first, look at the team I had to build to get both of these players on the team. I mean, it was actually pretty fun. That's why I like this account. I just get to experiment with new teams, new players, and tomorrow I will be talking about this Okocha card. But today, we will be talking about Wilfred Ndidi and Yusuf Atal. So the first card, Yusuf Atal, he is a pretty cheap SBC, and when you look at the stats, he's very tempting. He's 5'9", he has high medium work rates, he's right-footed, but of course, it doesn't really matter. He has a 5-star weak foot, he has the 4-star skills. As you guys see here, I played 5 games with him in Rivals as a right mid in the 3-5-2, and he got 0 goals and 1 assist. Before we go any further though, if you're enjoying the content, if you want more player reviews, do me a favor, hit the like button down below, and if you're new to the channel, do me a big favor, hit the subscribe button down below. I appreciate all you guys at home for watching this video. So let's look at this Atal card a little bit closer. He's obviously gotten a sizable upgrade from his non-form card, which is 79 rated. And when you look at his stats, you might be wondering, what position do I play him in? I mean, the cool thing about him is that you could pretty much play him in any position on the pitch, and he'll do a job. So I think for that alone, he may be worth it for a lot of people. He has the pace, he has the dribbling, which are essential in this meta. Defending and physical wise, he's okay. The one thing I don't like about him is 80 stamina. At the right back position, that means he's going to need a sub. Passing wise, he's alright as well. Shooting wise, he could use another upgrade, but 76 finishing on the right back is insane. I do think he could even play at the right wing position, given that you have players like Adama Traore, Douglas Costa with way less finishing than him that do a job in that role. The next card here is going to be Wilfred Ndidi, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this review because I have lost over 100,000 coins on him. So please, just for that alone, hit the like button down below. I have lost so many coins on this card trying them. But let's look at it. He's 6 foot tall. He has medium high work rates. He's right-footed with a 4-star weak foot, the 3-star skill moves. Once again, as you guys see here, I played 5 games of Rivals with him, and I have 0 goal contributions. And when you look at this card, he's a card that looks like possibly the best CDM in the Premier League. I mean, of course, he has the likes of Partey, he has the likes of Kante, and he has the likes of Pogba to go up against. But there are some things that I really like about him in conjunction or in comparison to those cards. And the defending stats here are absolutely elite. I think he even has better defending stats than Kante. Physically, he's a beast as well. He has 80 strength, 89 aggression, 94 stamina. The dribbling stats are there as well. So 72 agility on a 6 foot tall player. Using him earlier in the game, I know he's not that stocky, so I do think he's going to feel decent to jockey with. Passing wise is where we have the issue. I mean, 71 vision, 61 curve. I mean, these are very reminiscent of Kante's stats, and as you guys know, Kante cannot pass to save his life. Shooting wise, there is nothing. There is nothing here to talk about. So, without further ado, we're going to take you over to our review specialist in the studios, One Star Weak Foot. Take it away. Thanks, One Star. As you guys know, we're doing another double review today, and I hope they're paying me overtime because we've done 2 straight double reviews. The first one's going to be Yusuf Atal. His SBC costs 30K to complete. Is he worth it? I would have to say I'm 50-50 on it, but I'm leaning towards yes, because if he gets one more upgrade, he's gonna be well worth the cost, probably more. The thing that makes it hard for me to suggest him is the fact that he's just so goddamn hard to link. We're gonna break down the stats though. So first we're gonna talk about his pace. He has 94 pace, and as you guys know, pace is king in FIFA 21, and this guy is a goddamn king. He's sitting on the throne. He is absolutely rapid. If you're getting countered, this guy's always going to be the first one back. And if you like your right backs to overlap, if you want to use him as a 3-5-2 right mid, this guy's going to be able to beat the defensive line every single time. Overall, this guy's pace is a 10 out of 10. You don't need to use a pace chem style on him. Next, we'll be talking about his shooting. And I would say his shooting leaves a lot to be desired. His attack positioning is good at 78. That's very good for a right back. Finishing wise, once again, he's very good for a right back, but if you have the ambition to play him as a right mid, maybe even a CM or a right winger, you'll find that his finish is hit or miss. If he gets a clear-cut chance, best believe he's going to hit that thing to the back of the net. But if he's at a tight angle, or if he's being pressured a little bit too much, he just doesn't have that extra quality on his finish to finish those chances. That being said, though, I will give his finishing a 7.5 out of 10. It is solid. For a right back, it is probably elite, but in the other positions, you may find it lacking. Next, we will be talking about his passing, and once again, I have no complaints here. He has 80 crossing. He has the 5-star weak foot, which means that he could hit the cross on his right foot, or he could cut in, hit it from his left foot. It's going to hit the target most times. His short passing, long passing with the curve are very decent stats here. And I found him to be comfortable on the ball. I found him to be comfortable as a playmaker, but I didn't find his passing to be extraordinary. Once again, I got to give his passing a 7.5 out of 10. It gets the job done, nothing more, nothing less. Next, we will be talking about his dribbling, and honestly, I really enjoyed this guy's dribbling. He feels extraordinarily smooth on the ball. His agility and balance is only 84 and 83 respectively, but don't listen to stats. Left stick dribbling is very nice, responsive. His L1 and R1 dribbling are very, very nice as well. His 80 composure could probably use a boost or two. Maybe that would really improve his finishing and stuff like that, but I didn't find it to be an issue. Overall, this guy's dribbling is a 9 out of 10. As far as right backs go, he is one of the best on the ball I have used. Finally, we'll be talking about his defending and physical, and I found him to be solid. I'm not going to lie. He didn't feel too weak, but at the same time, if you're facing somebody with a meta team, let's say you're facing an Mbappe or Ronaldo, even a Neymar, I don't think he'll be able to outstrength them. He might get bullied from time to time, but against most wingers, he'll be fine. Stand tackle-wise, it felt very clean. His interceptions were okay. His AI defense was, once again, okay. It was pretty average. The one caveat I have here, the one thing I don't like about this aspect of the card is his 80 stamina. He always needed a sub. He was always tired. And I know the wingers on the 3-5-2 are always tired, but this guy was extra tired, even after 50, 60 minutes. So I suggest if you do use him in a role where he's not going to get too tired, or just have a sub ready for him. Overall, this guy's physical and defending is an 8 out of 10. It's very good. It gets the job done, but it's not a standout feature. Alright guys, so what's the final verdict on this card? I think as a super sub, this guy might be one of the best in the game. I mean, he can pretty much cover any position at the drop of a dime, and if you value that versatility off the bench, then maybe you could justify the price, especially if you have a few untradables. If you're looking to start this guy, I don't know, man. It's very hard to link him. He has, at this point, no real good, strong links. So it's very, very difficult to suggest that if you're looking for a starting right back. But overall, I gotta give him an 8.5 out of 10. He's a very good card, very well-rounded, and even if he doesn't get an upgrade, he'll be a usable super sub for months to come. Next, we'll be talking about the God Wilfred Ndidi. He is selling for 375K. I bought him for 525. I'm still salty about that, but it is what it is. Is he worth it? I would have to say wait for him to drop to 250, around that price, and I think he's going to be a steal. We're going to break down the stats though. So first we're going to talk about his pace. He has 73 pace. I did throw an engine chem style on him because I thought that that's what he needed the most. And in game, it's pretty average, all right? I would pair him with a faster midfielder. Let's say you're running him. I would also put maybe a Wijnaldum aside from him, or maybe put a De Jong, a Valverde next to him, and I think he'll be fine. If he's time to stay back while attacking, even drop between defenders, I think that's the best role for him, because in certain counters, he does get outpaced, and it is a bit annoying. Overall, this guy's pace is a 7 out of 10. Definitely needs a shadow or something like that, but he's not that slow by any means either. We're going to skip over shooting because his shot is horrible. Next, we're going to talk about his passing, and unfortunately, he reminds me a lot of Conte in the passing category. If he has a clear-cut pass, he'll hit it. If if he gets pressured or if he's making a pass from a tight angle, he's very inaccurate. And it's very confusing because his actual stats are not bad. He has 84 short passing, 79 long passing, 83 composure. But I guess it's the 71 vision and 61 curve that really let him down. His over-the-top through balls were very inaccurate. His driven passes were hit or miss. And that's just really the way I would describe all his passes, actually. He's very hit or miss. Overall, this guy's passing is a 6.5 out of 10. It's a clear weakness on this card. Next, we'll be talking about his dribbling, and honestly, I didn't really notice it being an issue. I thought his dribbling was less of a liability than his passing. His 72 agility and 70 balance, along with his thin, wiry frame, means that he doesn't really feel unmovable on the ball. He's able to move his body around a little bit. He's a bit responsive. I wouldn't really use him to beat a man or two, but he's decently press resistant. He has 83 composure, which means that I think he's going to be fine when he's pressed, as long as you don't make a pass. And his 81 ball control and 91 reactions are key to this card. Overall, this guy's dribbling is a 7 out of 10. Not amazing, not bad, gets the job done. Finally, we'll be talking about his defending and physical, and honestly, he is elite, absolutely elite in this category. He wins every single stance tackle, and I mean, it makes sense. He has 91 stance tackling with the 89 aggression. If you're looking for a CDM that's going to really shield the defense, that's going to really go into challenges with purpose and take the ball away, this guy's going to be your guy. He also has 92 interceptions, which means his breakup play is absolutely extraordinary. His defensive awareness at 89 means that his defensive AI is always in the right place at the right time, and that kind of helps mitigate his lack of pace. If you let the defensive AI just position him, he'll do the right thing. His 94 stamina, which means he lasts all game, and 80 strength means that he's versatile enough to hang with the bigger bangers of this game. Overall, I gotta give his defending and physical a 9.75 out of 10. Defensively, he is absolutely elite, and I really enjoy that about the card. Alright guys, so what's the final verdict on Ndidi? I think if you need an out-and-out CDM that's not going to contribute too much offensively, he's a great purchase. Is he better than Kante? It's 50-50. I mean, they're very different kinds of players, and defensively they're just as good as each other. Offensively, they lack really the true offensive ability. What I like about Kante better is that he feels much more fluid. He's quicker. He's able to cover the counters better than Ndidi. That being said, when your defense is set, I think Ndidi's tackle is actually much better than Kante's. Overall, I gotta give Ndidi an 8.5 out of 10. He's a very good card. He fits a specific role, and if you need that role on your team, he's an amazing card. Alright guys, so that's gonna be my Europa League double review. Hopefully you guys at home enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next episode, but until then.